everyone, and welcome back to the Sarah Scoop Show. Today, I'm so excited. We have a local Missouri resident here with us, Jessica Griffith. Thank you so much for joining me today. You are going to be featured on a new reality show starting in January. Do you want to go ahead and just tell us about the show? There's someone pretty well known that is involved with this.
Yeah, so it was awesome. It's called The Titan Games, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the host, which is really cool. It all kind of started, I got an email that said, try out for the Titan Games, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And I thought it was spam. I'm like, no, this is just a mass email going out to anyone who steps foot in a gym. And so I ignored it, and I kept getting emails, and I can't remember the exact course of events, but somehow the emails led into phone calls, and the phone calls led into Skype interviews with NBC producers. And before I knew it, I had 3 Skype interviews with NBC producers, and then a phone call that said, we bought you a plane ticket to come out to Hollywood to come out for the final interview for the Titan Games. And I was like, okay, guess we're doing this.
So how long of a time period was that you first initially applied?
The first email came in March of 2018, and then I flew out there for the final interview in July. So it was, 4 months, March, April, May, June, July, 5 months.
And did you know right after that final interview that you were selected? Did you start training or?
No, and it was funny, so I do CrossFit professionally, and I missed qualifying for the CrossFit Games by 1 point, or 4 points this year, and so I was helping one of my friends train for it, so I was training, helping her get ready for the CrossFit Games, in the midst of all this, okay, you might be on the Titan Games, and I'm like, okay, so I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. And so the final interview was actually a combine, a football combine. We did max rep deadlift, we did a 40-yard dash, high jump, long jump, max monkey bars in a minute. And training with my friend Brooke, I was in the best shape of my freaking life. And so went to the combine, and I felt like I did really well compared to the other competitors. You can kind of size everyone up as you're doing the challenges together.
So so you're talking final interview here, you have to still do those challenges. So you're not just winning them over by personality, you're showing what you can do.
They say, we did quite a few interviews, and they want to know your background story, where you come from, what you do, and what your, what your journey is in life, and what do you want to do with your life, and they're interested in who you are as a person, on top of you being, an athletic freak, which is cool. So I got through all the interviews, and so then the final test was this physical fitness combine. And then they just sent us home, and they didn't tell us anything. They're like, all right, we'll call you. Just hang tight. We don't know when we'll call you, and if you don't make it, we won't call you. So I'm like, okay. So I'm just waiting around for a phone call, and it wasn't until late August that I did get a phone call that said, Jess, there's a lot of people who didn't make it on the Titan Games, but fortunately you're not one of those people. You're on the show. And I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. And so then they flew us out to Hollywood, and we started.
So when you were in the finals competing with people, were you actually competing with people, or was it just you doing the obstacles or challenges, whatever you refer to them as?
So once you'll see on the show, their head-to-head challenges. There were 64 competitors to start, and you go head-to-head with one person, and it's single elimination. So if you lose, you're out, and you get eliminated and go home. And so that's how it went, and you just fight all the way to the end, and if you make it, you make it.
Oh wow! So there was 64 of you that started on the show.
So 64, there were 32 males, 32 females. Okay. And so there's a male and a female winner. We never, girls never went against boys. It was always just girls against girls, or guys against guys.
Without giving us too much, can you describe what these are, these challenges? I'm sure they're not just running a mile.
Right. No, not at all. You can go on YouTube, on the Titan Games, their Instagram page, everything, and you can get a glimpse of the set. It was unbelievable. It was this huge outdoor arena, and we actually had to film at nighttime because it was outdoors, and there was like pyro, and so to get the effects, you have to film at nighttime. So we'd get there around 4 p.m, and we'd film all night long, and I didn't get home till 5 a.m. sometimes. And the set, it's just these huge man-made, not obstacles, but like apparatuses, and all different events, and a lot of like kind of medieval themed, and like I'm not allowed to describe any of the challenges. You guys will see them and they're amazing, but like they say it's the biggest set for a fitness challenge. I'm assuming they're comparing to maybe Ninja Warrior, and
which I tried Ninja Warrior when they came to Kansas City. Literally didn't make it past the first one. So I applaud you all for being able to do that sort of thing. So a little bit, like if you want to share a little background about yourself, I think people would be really interested to hear. So I was reading your bio, and your professional career isn't really like this athletic. Like, go ahead and share about yourself a little bit.
So I have a nursing degree. I got my bachelor's in science of nursing. And I graduated from Evangel University / Cox College. I went to a private Christian college, and then I got my nursing degree through the nursing school down the street. So I basically took my Bible classes at Evangel and my nursing classes at Cox College. And so got my bachelor's in health sciences from Evangel, and then bachelor's in science of nursing from Cox College. Started my nursing career in August of 2013, and that's when I found CrossFit. And so nurses, you go from studying 60 hours a week to only working 3 days a week. So I had all this time, and I'm the kind of person that just I'm very productive and always needing something to do. And so when I had these 4 days off, I'm like, I have to do something. And I found CrossFit. And as I was getting into my career, I kind of also took off with CrossFit, and I had these two parallel lives. And I ended up getting into emergency medicine in the hospital. And as I was like venturing through nursing and venturing through CrossFit, I was finding in the hospital that I would see these people with chronic problems, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, etc. And I was just handing out pharmaceuticals. And when I was in the gym, I'm pursuing becoming a CrossFit Games athlete, which is the highest tier of competition in CrossFit, that is preaching, nutrition, drinking water, exercising, sleeping, taking care of your muscles, going to the chiropractor, seeing massage therapists, all of these like lifestyle choices that create a holistic person. And so I was finding a conflict where I'd have these people come in, and the only thing that I felt, you can tell somebody to have a healthy diet and go to the gym. You can say that to them, but they don't always listen.
Right.
And I was getting really frustrated because I just felt like the only thing I could do to help these people was hand out pharmaceuticals. And I couldn't go home with them and drag them to the gym or cook them dinner and make them healthy meals and make them drink their water and stop smoking. And I basically just got sick of it. And so I was a nurse for 5 years, and I had kind of taken off with my CrossFit career. I had qualified for the CrossFit Games. I have picked up sponsors, and I was doing online nutrition coaching on the side. And it's kind of a long story, but I basically just got to the point where I had the choice to leave my nursing career and pursue fitness full time and kind of promote health and wellness from this holistic standpoint. And as scary as it was, because I'm go to school, get your degree, get your health insurance, get a house, get married, have kids, like very white picket fence kind of American dream lifestyle. And so for me to leave my career and pursue fitness was totally out of the box for me. And but I took the plunge in March of 2018 to pursue CrossFit fitness and like wellness coaching full time. And my life, like God has 100% provided. My life has completely taken off. I'm doing what I absolutely love, what I'm passionate about. And I feel like when you're doing stuff like that, that's when you thrive, and that's when you can really make a difference in the world. And that's what was cool about Titan Games is I am able to use this platform to promote everything that I want to be about. Like, let's have awesome lifestyles. Let's make good lifestyle choices so we can be rock star people. So it's been a really cool.
What's it been like going from, I mean, Springfield isn't like totally a small town, but it's not a huge city, and going and all of a sudden being on a reality show. Like, what has that been like?
It's been really wild. So I grew up in Rhode Island, which talk about small. Like, there's one area code in the state of Rhode Island. Came out to Missouri for school, and I've always been a go-getter. I've always been really adventurous, and I'm one of 4 kids, and I've always been the adventurous child in the family. But I never thought that I would be doing a competition where Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is literally standing 10 feet from me saying, "Come on, Jess, keep going." Like, how cool is that, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, never thought that and even like getting the emails saying, "Come try out for the Titan Games." There's thousands of people who applied. Like, you know, I love CrossFit and I'm a complete psycho when it comes to CrossFit, but never did I ever think that I would have the opportunity to do something like this. So it's been really awesome.
Okay, so we have to talk a little bit about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, as you were mentioning. Tell us what he's like.
Honestly, if you follow him on Instagram or watch interviews, like, that's him. And kind, smiley, patient. Like I said, we filmed overnight, and the competitors, we all got while we were there hanging out, because we were there for about 12 hours when we were filming, we'd hang out in a tent, and there was a TV that we could watch, like, the set and anything that was being filmed, like, it would run through on this TV. And at one point, we're all just chilling, and The Rock is filming, like, "Welcome to the Titan Games," and doing, like, all his introduction stuff. And it was, like, 3 in the morning, and he'd be, like, reviewing his lines, be like, "Okay, I gotta say this, this, and this." And then he'd go do it, and he'd be like, "Messed up. Like, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, can we take another take? Like, I really messed that up. I'm really sorry." And it's just like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. He's got a million projects on his plate, but he still, like, doesn't fail to just be, like, kind, patient, like, enthusiastic. I'm like, how are you functioning right now? Like, you are still so excited and happy. Like, he's incredible. He's absolutely, and, like, ripped.
Is he as ripped as we think he is?
Yeah, yes. And, like, style on point. Like, his outfits for the show were probably the highlight of the experience.
His team was crushing on him for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I was out there for my birthday. I was filming during my birthday, which I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
We won't say when your birthday is.
Okay. No. And so I was like, "Hey, Dwayne, like, it's my birthday." Just gave me a hug and a kiss on my birthday. I was like, "Well, I'm not here with my family or my friends, but I guess I got a kiss on the cheek from Dwayne, so birthday made."
I love that. I'm glad to hear, because, you know, you hear that about different celebrities or whatnot. You hear stories about them, so it's fun to hear when they are just as nice and kind as you would expect. So with the show airing in January, where can people watch it? Where can they find you? Tell us all of the fun scoop.
It's going to be airing January 3rd on any NBC broadcast. As far as me, you can find me on Instagram is the best way. It's Jessica R. Griffith. Also be on Twitter, and we'll be live tweeting as the show's airing. And there's 10 episodes, and every week you'll see different competitors going head-to-head, battling it out to try to make it to the end to become the actual true Titan.
Well, we would love to see you win. What is the prize?
$100,000.
Oh, wow. People can do a lot with that. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for chatting with me today, and I would love to have you come back on maybe after you get eliminated so you can tell us, like, a little more. Hopefully you don't until the very end, but I know you can't really speak too much yet, so we'd love to have you back to share more after the show airs a little bit.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you so much.